Well, in my opinion, when you talk about Galaxy's Edge at both Disney World and Disneyland, it's very reminiscent of really Star Wars ever since Disney bought it, in that there was lots of promise, lots of potential, and the final product or products have been less than stellar, leaving most people who are at least traditional Star Wars fans feeling very underwhelmed and thinking what could have been if they would have gone after bigger ideas and better storytelling. And one of the areas you can notice the real downfall of Star Wars is in the toy side of things and even in the theme parks. So we have an article here from Block Mickey talking about the Rey Skywalker Legacy lightsaber is discounted quite a bit here, and not the only thing in Galaxy's Edge. We're also going to take a look at kind of the decline of Star Wars toy sales in general to kind of give you the idea of like really where Star Wars is right now. So we're going to go through this and give some thoughts on it. So hi, I'm Jared with Capture the Magic. And we'll first highlight here, this is over from Jedi News, but it's talking about Hasbro's third quarter 2024 financial results. And in it, they said their overall revenue was down by 15%, and partner brands, including Marvel and Star Wars, were down 17%. It also says, as well as incremental softness in action figures, particularly Star Wars. And in it, they said it was interesting to note how Hasbro mentioned Star Wars, stating that the brand particularly, that word is always weird for me. I don't know why. My tongue doesn't want to say it. Contributed to a softness in action figures and a decline in the quarter. It says, with no new movie due in 2026, can Star Wars make any form of impact with action figures in the toy aisle in 2026 and beyond? 2027 marks the 50th anniversary of the brand with an expected cinematic release of A New Hope, perhaps supported by the cast and crew one last time, blah, blah, blah. So obviously, toy sales not doing great, both Marvel and Star Wars. But Star Wars used to be just of its own on the toy sales alone. You could have made an argument for paying $4 billion for Star Wars at one point, given how much they sold. And really, toys are downstream from the movie and show products. And I think you've seen the downside of that obviously affect the toy sales. And when we get into the theme parks here, we have Rey's lightsaber has been discounted in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It says, guests looking to purchase Rey Skywalker's lightsaber. I don't know why. And she's not Rey Skywalker. It's not Rey Skywalker. This drives me crazy. They just put it in here as if it's a thing. Her last name is not Skywalker. She's a Palpatine. This should be Rey Palpatine. Anyways, I digress. Her lightsaber can be found two versions of the elegant weapon, which was designed for a more civilized age at a discount. Both the highly themed legacy version of the lightsaber and the plastic toy version of the weapon are discounted right now. It says the legacy lightsaber was marked down from $159 to $99. It says note that no additional discounts apply to the price. And this was in Doc Andor's Den of Antiquities in Galaxy's Edge. So there you got that. Again, don't know why you would want it, but you can get it if you'd like it for $99. The Lights and Sounds lightsaber is also discounted, marked down from $44.99 to $25. Cast members were not sure how long the discounts would be offered. If I had to guess, they said the font color suggests a holiday time discount, so it might not be offered much longer. Other legacy lightsabers and toy lightsabers remain at full retail price. So, I mean, I guess we want to get into the fact of like, I think the lightsabers in Galaxy's Edge have not been the hit that I think Disney would have liked them to be. And there's really practical reasons for that. One, if you look over, and the reason obviously to do that, like lightsabers are obviously iconic if you've been into Star Wars. But the issue you have with these a lot of times, now these handle ones are a bit different. They do come with a longer extension, is the fact that they're not easy to carry around and they don't have any interactivity in the land itself. So you look over like the Wizarding World, the wands over there, they're not as expensive as these. They're easier to carry around, and there's interactivity in the lands. You can do things with them, be a wizard, quote unquote. So it's got a lot more that going on with it. So the lightsabers here in Galaxy's Edge, if you get one, it's cumbersome. You got to lug that thing around. It's hard to get on planes. Like it's a process to get one of these, especially if you do like the lightsaber building experience. You do that, and then you've got to carry the thing around, and it just becomes a whole thing here. And again, there's nothing inside the land that you can really do with these compared to the other ones. But the fact that you have Rey Skywalker's, Rey Palpatine's lightsaber here for $99 whenever it was normally $159, and none of the other ones are discounted, I think it's safe to say Rey Palpatine is not a popular character. And the fact that Star Wars is saying they're going to make another Rey movie, which I don't actually think will happen. I think that would be a massive mistake, which probably means it will happen. I don't know, given the way that Lucasfilm is. But it just speaks to the general, I just say, malaise that is with Star Wars right now, which the sequel trilogy was not this massive success that, the first movie came out. I will admit I enjoyed it. I thought it set up a lot of potential for what they could do with the trilogy. And as it went on, obviously a lot of people turned on it, didn't enjoy it. And they decided to make Galaxy's Edge only based on the sequel trilogy, really based around Rey Palpatine here. And the fact that you're seeing her lightsaber marked down this much. You're not seeing Luke's, you're not seeing Darth Vader's, you're not seeing Anakin's marked down this low. You're only seeing the Rey Palpatine version of this. And I think it points to both they're having a hard time moving these, because my guess would be, why would you mark these down unless you're trying to get rid of these or move these? Obviously, if they're not marked, if they had a massive lightsaber sale going on, that would be another thing. But obviously, if people were buying these, they're not going to mark it down. This goes into theme park tickets. If you think if you have enough people coming to the theme parks, you don't have to run discounts. You run discounts when you're trying to incentivize people to come to the theme parks. Ergo, if Rey Palpatine's lightsaber was very successful, it wouldn't be marked down to $99. In fact, they'd be looking to raise prices. So Disney offering this much of a discount kind of, gives you a great indication of how these are going. And I think, again, it's just the overall sentiment with Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge. Like, I was really looking forward to Galaxy's Edge. I remember being there opening day, and I am working on a video, as people ask about. I'm finishing touches on a video where I'm talking about my issues with Galaxy's Edge, but it's just been a very underwhelming land compared to what could have been. And I think that's really my whole thing with Disney Star Wars, of what could have been. And I think that translates over into the theme parks, and really the theme parks being so IP heavy now rely on a strong movie or show side of things to really translate to the theme parks. And I think you're seeing that with Galaxy's Edge, where Star Wars is just in this, I don't know even what you call it. They're just in this strange era where nothing's working. They're really trying to tap into things that they, like things of the past that they think people would enjoy. But it's none of it has translated to just massive success. And I think that's, obviously trickling down into the theme parks here. And if you really are just trying to be honest, there's no way that Rey is nearly as popular as Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Anakin, Obi-Wan Kenobi, like all these characters, Yoda, that people would love. Star Wars fans want these types of products because, or lightsabers, because they're huge fans of it. People are not that big fans of Rey. I suppose there's some. I know there are some out there. But for the most part, obviously, it's not that popular because it wouldn't be discounted like this if it was. I guess for the time being, I don't know how long it'll be going on. You can get Rey Skywalker or Rey Palpatine's different types of lightsabers for, in some instances, half off or more than half off, actually. But either way, that's going to be it, though, for this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel, as we do lots of coverage here of Universal Studios, Epic Universe, Disney World, and pop culture. And let us know in the comments, do you want to get Rey Skywalker Palpatine's lightsaber at a discounted price? And until next time, we will see you in the parks.